Manchester United won, Leicester City won. Should we start with Brendan Rodgers' comments after the game, Don, saying that he thought that Varane had used all his experience there?
He probably did, but I thought it was a foul. I thought it was a good call from the VAR team. It was hard for the referee to try and spot the sort of sweeping motion that took Varane's leg away. I think it just looked in real time like it was a slip, like he sort of lost his foot and it just stretched his groin. But when you see it in the replays, in the VAR replays, it was definitely a foul. But Man United, my word, in the second half, they got absolutely bopped off the pitch by Leicester. I thought Leicester in the second half were brilliant.
Same old problems for United?
I'll tell you what, I think they've added another one. I couldn't believe the lineup. You know, Ranić's complaining about not having forwards.
Yeah. Of course, so Ronaldo was sick here, that's why he didn't claim.
Yeah, and Cavani's injured. Guess who? You've got a former England centre-forward and a former Man United centre-forward sitting on the bench, but you play Bruno Fernandes and Pogba as your... I mean, I just...
Wow.
Listen, sometimes the theory and the practical just don't mix.
Right.
And this is a great example. Because the theory's good. Get your Sancho and your Langa wide areas, get Fernandes and Pogba going in the box, or get the two wide guys coming in the way Man City do it with Sterling and Mahrez. But it's all theory. It didn't work, and it was awful. And how they scored, I don't know. As I said, I thought they got a little fortunate because this was just an awful performance from Manchester United. And Leicester, had Leicester been any good going forward, they would have won this game comfortably.
Right.
Because they got in the final third and had opportunities to deliver a final pass or a final shot. By the way, one of the greatest saves of the season by De Gea.
Yeah, it was something else, wasn't it?
Oh, my goodness. So, listen, Man United should thank the lucky stars. They got a point today.
What's happened to Rashford? This is obviously just a Rangnick thing. This happened under Solskjaer as well, Don.
Yeah, listen, we've all been there, Dan, and he's lacking so much confidence. The only surprise I've seen a couple of comments about, you know, Marcus Rashford going away on holiday in the international break. I mean, every player to himself. Do what you want to get yourself in a good headspace. I know if that was me, I don't know how Stevie feels, but if you're in a run of bad form, I would have spent more time at the training ground rather than going away on holiday. I would have clocked in at the training ground every single morning so the coaches and the manager knew that I'd not gone on a little jolly and a holiday. I would have been there at Carrington training every single day or most days just to try and prove to the manager that I'm in this. I want to be in the team. I want to be in the starting lineup. So whether that's a big thing and I'm reading too much into it, I don't know. But he's got to get himself back. And I keep hearing people today saying, oh, he's the one that needs a new manager the most because, you know, he's formed. I mean, how many managers are they going to go through? How many managers are this group of players going to go through before they look at themselves in the mirror? Same conversation with Dele Alli. You know, you can't keep going through these managers. You've got to at some point look in the mirror and go, right, this is on me now. And I think Marcus Rashford's close to being in that boat, really.
How do you sit down in your house with your wife or your agent or your dad or whoever and come up with a decision? The best way to get back in the team is to go on holiday.
Well, it doesn't mean he's not training, is it? You could be training on holiday.
Dan, it's absolute madness. You know what you do? You look in the mirror, you say, right, you know what? I'm going to go in every day and I'm going to work. By the time I finish training, I'm going to be so tired because I'm going to show him what I'm made of. That's the attitude. Not, oh, I think I need a break because mentally it's affecting me. I'm sorry, no, that's not how you don't go about getting yourself in the team by not working. It's called hard work. That's the one thing. The reason Marcus Rashford was so good when he was younger was because he worked his socks off, clearly.
Right.
Every second of every minute of every game of every training session. You don't see that now. He came on, and I think he had one run with about 5 minutes to go, and all of a sudden I went, oh, Rashford's on. Yeah. You don't go on holiday, Dan. No.
Well, I'll tell you what, Arsenal would have been thoroughly enjoyed with what they saw today because they, of course, now have solidified themselves as favourites to finish in a Champions League place. Take a look at that. United have played 30 games, they're on 51 points. Arsenal 4 points ahead of them, and they have 2 games in hand as well. Spurs, meanwhile, sitting 5th. They're not out of the race either. Don, when we've talked about Arsenal's possibility of finishing in the Champions League, you bring up the points where, you know, those games in hand are difficult. You know, you can't guarantee they're going to pick up some points. That is almost irrelevant now, isn't it, given the way that United are dropping points?
To a degree. The one thing I'm a little bit afraid of, the nail of my hat on Arsenal, is their away fixtures, Dan, and they are really, really tough away fixtures. So they're not there yet, but every time a weekend comes or goes by and they see Man United dropping points or West Ham are dropping points or Tottenham dropping points, of course it helps. You've got those games in hand, but you've still got to win them. But all of a sudden now they've got, I think, a 4-point cushion, I think, to Man United with a game or two in hand. So they're certainly in the box seat.
We've got Palace on Monday, Stevie.
Arsenal should be confident at this stage. They've gotten themselves from bottom of the league into fourth position, and they haven't done it by being lucky. They've done it through a process. Defending well, passing the ball well, and managing to score some goals at the right time.
Right.
They should be confident, because if they look over the shoulder, they'll see teams like Tottenham, who you're not sure what you're getting,
sure,
and Man United, who seem like they just, you don't know what you're getting. So they should be confident going into any game, whether it's Crystal Palace away or anybody else.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and of course, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.